First started training in Jiu-Jitsu back in the 90s. I'm an old guy. This has been a minute. I remember a couple times I was like, this just doesn't work. Whatever the teddy was. I can't make this thing work. I tried it. I strained until I was shaky. It wasn't working. It takes some finesse, right? Some of you are pulling on the back of the head with the forearm, right? What I want you to do is shove their head into the crook of the arm so that when the arm bends, it moves there. It doesn't stop here. Does that make sense? It's a finesse thing. You got to feel it and kind of be like, I don't have them tight enough. Shove them in there, right? Get it tighter. Okay. Let's talk about a couple of arm locks. Again, the commonality between mount and guard are pretty amazing, right? So, I could show you Americana, but then I'd have to show you Kimura. They're slightly different. So we're going to try to stick to the base, the basic one. Again, great for new folks that aren't really smoking hot yet in Jiu-Jitsu. So what we're going to do is we're going to seek an arm. A lot of times people do this. The minute I grab an arm, he starts making defense, and I'm pretty strong, but for some reason, this never works for me. I mean, the whole thing. Right? Now watch. I grab the shoulder. Right? I lift him up. I don't care if he locks at all, because now I can get him. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So when I'm doing this, I'm pulling on the arm and he's making defense, I can't get around him, right? I start doing this, there's a hole right there, he can just scooch out, try to make an escape. But once I lift him up and I entangle him with my legs, he can hold that all day. It's cool, right? A free hand. By the way, self-defense, why don't I just stuff that finger in his eye, right? In Jiu-Jitsu, we don't do that, but we do push the face away. It reminds us that our leg has to go right there. Now, I'm not gonna hold on to this and just kind of fall away. I'm gonna pull him onto me. Watch, he's off the ground. That's tight. He can hold that all he wants. This is what I want. I want this. I want this. Then I'm going to angle over towards his head, which affects the shoulder in an uncomfortable way. It's like a shoulder lock. He can't help but to let go. I rotate. The thumb must be in the up position. The elbow must be in the down position to make this work. Now, I should have him enough that I can just tap him out right here. I should have him. But if you don't, you just arch higher and higher until you make the fulcrum give you this space. Okay? I got him right here. But I could have him way up there. Got plenty of room to move. All right. He rolls over into the guard. Let's think about this. I want to entangle the arm. What did I say I wasn't good at? Grabbing this wrist, right? He holds onto my belt. I want to get the armbar, please. I just need the armbar. That's all I want, right? Grab. Entangle here. No, he can hold on all day. Once I bend that wrist, as the grip goes, I hold this. I palm the head, and I grab him. Now, he could fall over, but I can also get him here. If he's tight, here and here, see my knees go towards together, and I hold this, I can crank his arm right here, right? If he falls over, I roll up and it looks like the other one. Does that make sense? All right, let's see it again. I'll be in the mount. Everybody tell me, step one is what?
In the mount.
Okay, in the mount. Step two?
Grab an arm. Grab a shoulder. Grab shoulder. And wrist.
All right, I like it. Somebody said grab an arm. That could be any of this. What do I really want?
Shoulder.
With a cross grip. This grip wouldn't work as well. Cross grip. I go across my body. Then I lift him and I pin him. Okay? Right? The neat thing is he can move, but he can't bridge. If he bridges, he bends his back. It doesn't help him. He doesn't bridge well sideways, so I've got a good moment. I got a second. And I've got this entangled. I might decide to go here to free up my arm. Hopefully he's got some sort of defense that'll help him out. And I want to be deep. Pull him off the ground, right? I could already hook him up here. Set him up maybe for bicep cutter, right? But I'm just gonna show you the basic one. I hold, I push, I turn. Everybody sees that now I'm not facing him. This is an I formation. We look like an I. Now we look like a T, right? Now, I don't want to do this, right? People will do that. I just want to spin and I just want to get it, right? I lift him up, push, and I got him. Right there. He rolls over into the guard. It's the same thing. If I fiddle with him, let's say that I'm able to break the grip. Right? I break the grip, and I got this, and I start fiddling with him. He's never going to let me get this foot over. It's never going to work. So once I break this grip, grab, turn, hook him up, squeeze, okay? This is the action. Okay, go. You got one from the mount, you got one from the guard, they're almost the same. You want to look like a T, this is T up, okay? I showed you in the mount, but I did not point out here in the guard. We should look like an I. Our heads are pointing in the same direction. In order for me to make this thing happen, I have to turn. No hands. I can do it with my legs. As I push down with the right leg and lift up with the left, it turns me. Okay? So we got to tee up. So this is the grip that I really want, and I'm going to break his grip. Right? Now I must tee up. Kick. Control. If he falls off, that's fine. Right? He goes for defense. Right? I hook him up. Remember that I want to shoulder lock it. Right? I want that to hurt. Right? So I pull him up, start cranking that shoulder, and rotate it out. And I got him. Okay? Let's go back to the tee up from the guard. All right, the old way we used to learn this thing was that I would take my non-arm barring hand, let's say I want to arm bar this side. Okay. Right? I want my non-arm barring hand to go under the thigh, and that turns me. This hand is getting me there. That's an old way, but what do you think he does when I do this? He thinks, I feel like he's going to tee up and armbar me, right? So once I get control of this, here, I can put my hand here and swing wide and just let go for a second. So I'm here, right? And I just swing this out. See, I'm kind of on the upper part of my back. Yeah. Swing, entangle, capture. Okay? Arm lock. Okay? You have to tee up. Somebody's going to do this. All right, I got my guy. Now, believe it or not, this is a legit choke. You just have to understand that the elbow is not going to be between your legs like the last time. It's down the back of your knee. You guys see how I got this?
Yes, sir.
Right? I can still lock that, but it's not this one. This is the one we're talking about. Right? Cool?
Yes, sir.
Question. Tee up. Go again. You go, I go. Be quick. Stop talking.